All right, everybody. Here we are on a very interesting day this morning. Stocks are down pretty significantly across the board. I want to talk about that and a bunch of other confusion that seemed to happen yesterday. That's fine. All right, so today is Tuesday, November 20th, 2018. As I am doing this video blog, like I said, stocks are down. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down over 500 points. I'm honestly not convinced that the selling is over today, and there's a big reason for that. I believe we are seeing a legitimate safety play with regard to cash moving into the bond market. This may also be some kind of a propping up mechanism as well, but I think this is real, and I'm going to tell you why. We got cash flowing into the bond market, 10-year yield 3.03, and the dollar is stronger, markedly stronger right now. So when you see these things, when you see cash moving into the bond market like this, and you see the dollar stronger, in this environment with stocks selling off like this is a real safety play. That means that there's a little bit of panic in the market. Now, the last thing I want you to do, the last thing, is panic about anything. You always got to sit back and evaluate the situation. Surprisingly, gold is lower right now. Silver is higher. Gold is lower. Why? Because it's priced in dollars. Dollars stronger, puts pressure on gold. It's ridiculous. You know that. But as far as I'm concerned, and I've been saying this since day one, this is where people need to be, in the hard asset. Look, it should be no secret to you, if you follow this blog for I don't know how many years, that the stock market is distorted. It's not real. Cash has been moving into this market at a pace that, it's just not normal. You don't see this. But again, this has been the setup since the 2008 event with quantitative easing one, Federal Reserve, world central banks, every single one of them doing the same thing, suppressing rates, opening a door for cash to move into the stock market, inflating a bubble. Now, this should be no secret to you, and this is kind of disturbing to me. I got people writing to me. I wake up this morning, and they're all upset about the stock market, and I understand that. I really do. But look, if you've been playing the game, you got to be willing to get burned a little bit too. It's been very easy for people to accept unrealistic gains in this stock market, and then when stocks fall, people freak out. Look, no guy out here, or maybe some, has explained to you in detail how this market is fake. It's completely distorted. Nothing makes sense. This is me for years. So what we're seeing now really should not be a surprise, and you should have been ready for it. Now, look, let me say this as well. When I do my markets a look ahead segment and I talk about the setup, for example, I'll say, okay, rates are being suppressed, dollar is being suppressed. We got stories getting floated out that seem to want to push cash into the stock market. Just because stocks are setting up to do that doesn't mean it's going to happen. You understand? So you got to take in all kinds of other factors, and a big one here is this trade war. The trade war, let me outline this real quick, is not going the way that our president believed it would go, or the markets for that matter, starting to weigh here. Now, I can't imagine any one of you who are a very strong Trump supporter, okay, would believe that this trade war was not going to hit your pocketbook. You had to understand that was going to happen, right? It should be no secret to you. I guess for some people it was. But understand, so a lot of this we're seeing is trade war stuff. I think Larry Kudlow was out this morning trying to talk this market higher with regard to the trade war. I didn't even get a chance to pay attention to it. Now, let me also say this. Again, I wish you could be here with me to see my lovely email box. So it seems that many of you got the wrong idea about the message I was talking about yesterday. When I was saying I don't care where the market goes, that does not mean that I don't care about all of you. Of course I do. And that's why I've been out here outlining the distortion in this market, how everyone should be ready for what's coming down the pike for years. I know many of you are upset at what's been happening to your investments, your 401k plans. I got some staggering figures from people, what they've lost over the past month or so, actually since last month. But if you are losing that kind of money in your investment plans, you must have a pretty fat portfolio, and you got to give and take. It's not just a take game. You got to give some back. That's the truth, and you got to understand. These markets are fake, and this is inevitable, what we're seeing here. So when I said yesterday that I don't care where the market goes, I wasn't saying that I don't care about you guys and girls. You know I do. I'm talking about it from a trading standpoint. I added a new position today, Pfizer. Go check my website, traderschoice.net. All my credit spreads are there. When I, again, said I don't care, that's not anything to do with people getting hurt in this market right now. Again, it's a game of give and take. And if you want to play the game, you're going to get hurt once in a while. That's life. I'm sorry to put it to you that way, but you've been gleefully accepting unrealistic gains for years. So now the market wants to give back a little bit and you're not ready for it? I don't know what to tell you. I've explained to all of you for the longest time, if you have these kinds of concerns, get on the phone with your fund manager, explain your concerns. I mean, all of you out here, how many with a show of hands have heard me say this, like, a billion times? So don't take out your frustrations on me. I've been explaining all this to you in detail for the longest time. So with that said, you know what you should have been doing since for a very, very long time. Bet against the debt, become your own central bank. You should have been ready for what the market is doing right now, whether this is a legitimate beginning of a meltdown or whatever it might be. You couldn't just sit back and say, hey, stocks are going to continue going up in perpetuity. It's never going to stop. Well, you know what? If that's been your attitude, I don't know what to tell you, because I've been explaining to you, markets are fake, all kinds of distortions. So this should not be a surprise to anyone out here, period. And that bothered me, honestly, when people saying, oh, Greg doesn't care about me, Greg doesn't care about us. But that's not true. That's why I'm out here. Do you think I need to do this? Absolutely not. I do this because I feel like I need to pay it forward. I want people to understand how these markets work and how the whole game is rigged against them. It's that simple. It is. It's a complete charade that is being run by world central banks who are sleeping with their respective leaders, governments. It's a fleecing mechanism. It's the same story over and over and over again. It will never stop. So we'll see what happens with this market. And if you have concerns, like I've been explaining to you, if you say, wow, I lost X, I got to, do something to stop the bleeding, call your fund manager. Explain to them your concerns. And I can promise you, if you follow this blog, you know more than they do. There is no doubt about it, period. And again, with regard to trading this market, I really don't care what direction this market goes. And this is just from a trading perspective. It has nothing to do with not caring about any of you guys and girls. I do honestly care about all of you. It's the truth. I always say, love each other, care about each other, be charitable. This has kind of been my thing since a very long time. Time immemorial, almost. Anyway, so look, let's see what goes on here. Let's just sum this up real quick. I think there is a legitimate safety play going on here. Dollar strength, cash flowing into the bond market tells me there's a little bit of a panic here in the market, and people are losing money. There's no doubt about it. Take action if that is you. And I heard from a bunch of you already. And I've been hearing from you guys and girls I wrote back to a bunch of you. I don't know how many of you out here heard back from me. I can't answer all my emails. It's impossible. I've made these suggestions to those of you that have written to me. Please contact your fund manager if you have these concerns. If you're losing X, there are ways to protect your capital. Anyway, look, I hope this has been informative. If you think it has been, please share this. Get it out there. Let people understand that, yeah, you know what? We might be seeing the beginning of something bigger. It's very possible. So let's not let it hurt us. Let's try to capitalize on it. That's it. We're not going to let this thing destroy us. It's not going to happen. We all know it's coming. We've known this for a very, very long time. Well, maybe it's here. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I just know that the market is not liking what we're seeing lately. So anyway, let's do this. I will see all of you later. At the end of the day, it's going to be, regardless of anything else, very lovely.